Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Grid Autosport Career Mode series, and we're here for season 2, and we're once again doing the open wheel class, as I really enjoy this series a lot. So we're going to be sticking with Razor because Intel are crap, as we saw in the last season. So we're sticking with the Razor team for this new championship, which consists of 3 events, 2 normal ones, and then a cup race, as you can see on the screen there. We have 2 normal events in the normal cars, and then we have a cup event, and then another event at the end as well. So for this episode, we're going to be covering the first event, which is at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, which many of you will remember, which I used for the F1 2013. So we kind of have an idea of what the track is like, but we're going to be on a very different layout. We're going to be on the international circuit, which just goes normal Grand Prix layout until we get to before the hairpin, which you'll see in this clip. We're here for 2 races once again. I did qualify, but I didn't put this in the video. But if you guys want to see me do, maybe show my best lap in qualifying, then let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. This is the last episode which was commentated before I went away on a holiday, because obviously this is being released when I'm currently in Spain. So when I'm back from Spain, all the rest of the episodes from the series will be live commentated. Anyway, back to this race as we go away for race number 1. We're starting 4th, as I've said, with a very impressive quality time, I will admit, on here. So we're going to go into turn 1 then, on there, and we're thinking we could get this guy around the outside, which we do. So up into 3rd place we go, but we're going to give the guy room on there. So we're going to go down the inside of this guy, and we make contact, and we spin it, hitting the wall. And once again, I think for the 3rd consecutive event we've done, we have got damage on the handling, so we're going to find this quite hard. As you can see, the first notable difference from the Grand Prix layout is we're going to go through the chicane, and I find it quite difficult here because we've got a corner cut, and we go straight across from where the F1 cars go to the left there, on there. But normally this is the normal bit, this long straight, but halfway down it we take a chicane, which you will see in a minute. But I quite like this layout of Abu Dhabi's because it's got great slow corners, it's got medium speed corners, which is like this one for example. And then back on the straight once again, we see Tobias ahead of us as we've got to work our way through the field again. So we're going to brake later than him and take the inside, and up to 15th place we go. The Grand Prix layout goes to the right, but we go to the left, and it will rejoin at the final corner of the Grand Prix layout, and that is the lap of the Abu Dhabi circuit, the Yas Marina circuit. And as soon as you see someone losing it there, so we're lucky to avoid that. But get cosmetic damage from that as we hit the 100-meter board, and we have a bit of the camera thing, which looks pretty good at that on there. So we're not doing that bad, I feel, as we just make contact there with the Intel driver as we're up into, and we once again cut the corner, but we've slowed down enough, and we are on our way once again, and try to catch up and try and get more than a point, because I don't really want a point because it's not good for the team's aspects. From a very impressive, I would say a modest season 1 from the 2 events we did on it. So we're into the draft then of the car in front, thinking of a move, but we don't against it, but we make contact with him, but we let off the throttle so he try and get to the gap to the same it was before that corner. We made contact with him, so we come down the straight then towards the hairpin, and we're going to make a move there. And it doesn't help that our teammate has crashed according to our engineer, which is not good for the team's aspects, which is not good. So I can't wait to leave Razor, or they sack their driver as we go slightly wide there, but the handling damage we have on there. So we've got 2 laps to go then, as we're going to go down that, hitting the apex nicely. As I said, this layout is fantastic. This will be mainly used for the race with the subs event, which I'll be doing on the Twitch, but I'll mention that in another video. But here we're going to, as I said, the layout's fantastic. This car is great around here. We're good to drive this around the Grand Prix layout, but I think that will be a bit too long for us in these cars. As we're going on to the back straight then, the long back straight once again, and we're going to try and catch up and try and get 10th place if we can from the car in front, which is again Jesus. I think our main rival has got to be Jesus, not Tobias, because we keep battling with good old Jesus in front of us. As we're going to be breaking into the hairpin once again. I think of a move here, but we're going to decide against it. and we get a better exit than Jesus does, but we let off the throttle because we don't want to hit into the back of him and get even more damage, but we get a nice exit off there as we start the final lap of this race. A pretty disappointing race, if I'm honest, wherever we finish, because 4th on the grid, we should have really gone for the win on there, and we go down the inside of Jesus up into 10th place as we're going to go up the hill, lose it completely, yeah, but we have Jesus on the inside, but we hold it around the outside nicely for the next corner as we're going to try and not cut the corner, but we didn't there. We just kept it in the white lines. The two type, we are allowed to have 2 wheels outside the white lines, but any more than 2, they will give us a slowdown on there. So down the straight for the final time we go. We could potentially get 9th here if we really push this car and try and get a better exit out of these corners, and we try our best here, but that mistake out the entry into the chicane has hindered us a bit, and we go slightly wide off the track as we come down to the hairpin for the final time on this track. We could see the leaders, so we've not really lost that much ground from that spin we had, and we have a bit of a slide moment there as we see someone on losing it there at the final corner, so we gained a position. So 9th place we finish in our first race, so it's a bit of an average performance by us. Nice to work our way back from 16th after the spin on the first lap, but I feel we could have done a bit better there. And our teammate there finished last, so we need a miracle to get our team up in the standings. But we're 5th overall, which is quite good, as we're now on to race number 2. Same again, same positions as qualifying, so we're starting 4th again. And I'm just thinking at this point, am I keeping it not to make an aggressive move at the start? Otherwise we'll spin it. So here we go again, race number 2 here at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. And we get a poor start. And looks like we're going to go down the outside then once again. Same as what we did before. But we're going to hold it back here. We're thinking of a move down the inside here, but we decided to back out of it. And we don't want to cause a spin, but we survived turn 3 without any collisions whatsoever. As we're going to now go through this lovely chicane, fast-flowing chicane, as we're going to approach the hairpin for the first time here, as we're going to be braking just a bit late. And Leo's thinking of a move down the inside, but he decided to back out of it as we're coming on to the straight now for the first time in this race, and we're only 1.5 seconds off the lead, or it could be 1.5 seconds up the road. I'm not too sure about what the time delta is, so let me know in the comments below what the time delta means. Is it for the car in front, or is it from the leader from our positions? But we had a slowdown, and as you can see, Leo has got ahead of us up to 4th place he is, and we're down in 5th. Leo's gone slightly wide, and we tried to look at a move down that inside, but we can see 3rd has made a mistake. So we get a nice exit there, and we're going to try and get past Leo here into the inside for turn number 1. But we back out of it, but we're going to try and go down the inside there, diving move, and we just get a bit of the cone, which has slowed us down a bit, and we make contact with Leo, nearly spinning it, but we get it out of the way, and we get another contact there from, Aaron O'Sullivan, but we're going to hold it around the outside of Aaron and get back 5th position, which is great for us. Even if we finish in this position, I'll be happy with 5th. My aim in this series is to get top 5 finishes. I don't care where we finish in this, but a top 5 with a very hard AI is pretty good for us, considering we've only played the game for a couple of hours. So as soon as we play more of this game, I'll get quicker, and I'm going to be more in there. As you can see, we slow down again, cutting the white lines, but we get away once again, trying to catch up to Leo as we go on there. So we could have a sniff. I'm not really 100% sure at this stage if we're going to catch up, as I'm really looking behind to see where the car behind is in 5th. As we get a bit wide there, a bit of oversteer coming out the corner, which made us go a bit track extending.
Just gone past the halfway stage of the race.
As we're halfway through the race, we start lap number 3. And we're really pushing this car now as we're catching up to Leo once again. Rick Scott is leading the race, as he has done since the start of lap 1, and totally dominated the first race, so he's probably the main guy in the series to watch out for. As we just keep it into the lines again, and we're trying to get that draft from Leo to catch up, and we're very aggressive into the hairpin there, late braking there, but we get on our way. Down the long straight we go once again, and the gap is 5 seconds from the leader, I think it is. So I think it is from the leader, our time delta. and we get a very nice exit there from that corner, and we cut the corner a bit, which is a bit annoying for us, because if we didn't make that mistake, we would have easily overtaken Leo for 4th place on there. So we're coming down this hairpin then once again for the penultimate time, and we could potentially get 4th here if we pick up the pace once again as we start the final lap here at Abu Dhabi. You can see the planes landing there on there, so we're going to try and get a very good performance here on the last lap. As you can see, the plane there, which is very impressive. I mean, this is probably the best circuit I've seen so far graphically on this game, and it's fantastic. Let me guys know in the comments what you think of the graphics of this game for the circuits like Abu Dhabi, also the Auto Speedway, which we did, and Sepang. But we're going to now got a great exit as we go down the inside of Leo now for 4th position. A great move there from us, and we get straight on the gas, power our way down the straight, and we're going to now try and pull away from Leo once again. And can we hold on to 4th place, which will be our best result of the season, I believe. Trying to keep it nice and clean as we go out of there, and we cut the white line again. But I believe we had a tyre outside the white line, but I'm not sure. But here comes Leo down the inside. Is he going to get us as we're going to be braking late? We're going to try and hook it around the outside, and we have done. A great move there from us to get back 4th place. But we're going to have a bad advantage around the final corner, but we get it nicely through. And it's a great 4th position from us from that race. A great action there with Leo as well. And that has been the first round of this season at Abu Dhabi. And we're ahead of the lead of the driver standings. But if you did enjoy this video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe for my channel for more Grid Autosport gameplay. The next episode will be live commentated, but until then, guys, wherever in the world, have a great day, and I shall see you for the next episode of this series, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. See you later.